Hey guys, welcome back to California Cooking. I'm really looking forward to today's episode because first, I'm taking you to a restaurant that specializes in Neapolitan Pizza. Then I am making apple pies. It is apple pie season after all, but this one, just 4 ingredients. And then Eric Spillman is taking us to a British-themed fish and chip spot with a California twist. First up, I'm introducing you to Chef Daniele Uditi of Pizzana. He moved here from Italy to pursue the American dream, but he fell on some hard times until he made a pizza that a celebrity happened to love, and the rest is history. Hi, Chef Daniele.
Hello, ciao.
Ciao, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm good, Pizzana. What a cute spot on Robertson.
Thank you.
It's small, but you said you like that it's small.
I like when people are cozy and
Yeah.
they can meet, like the table are not that far apart. At the end of the day, somebody ends up paying for the check of the other pizza people.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more European, you know,
Yeah.
but I love that in LA there is this kind of culture to this.
Yeah. You have such an interesting story. You had moved here from Naples.
Yes.
And you were working at a restaurant. Things weren't really going so well.
I found myself living in a van with my
Yeah.
brother. The main reason that we decided to come in these countries because we lost our mom. If we go home, we will regret that, oh, we didn't even try. So.
Here we are. And it's such, it's the American dream, right?
It is.
You hear about when you came here to LA and you just so happened to make a pizza for a famous guy by the
Yes.
name of Chris O'Donnell,
Yes.
who's the actor. Chris wanted you to teach him
Yeah.
how to make pizza.
Yes.
Chris O'Donnell, he must have had a pizza oven at his house or
Yes.
something, and he wanted friends and his family to come over and have like a pizza night.
Yes.
And you were going to show everybody how to make pizza from a true Italian.
Yeah, I was flipping pizza in the air in the backyard as these kids running around with soccer ball.
Oh my gosh.
And from Chris, I had the opportunity to meet other people. And
Candace Nelson being one of them.
Yes.
Now, if you don't know the name, that is the brains behind Sprinkles Cupcakes.
Yes.
And then how did it go from Candace saying, I love your pizza, to, hey, let's open up a pizza spot?
Chris was talking to Charles and Candice, like, so let's
Yeah.
meet and let's decide what we're gonna do. So we developed menu and then we open up Pizzana in Brentwood.
Now, 2019, you have a second location
Yes.
here in West Hollywood.
Yes.
Would we call this pizza here at Pizzana Neapolitan Pizza?
We call it Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan because it's based on my past working in Naples, but I applied a new technique. Like my family in Caserta, close to Naples, they own a bakery. So I used to make bread when I was 12 with my auntie.
Yeah.
So I brought the starter from my auntie's bakery here, refresh
The starter
it.
dough. It's 60-some years old, I heard.
64.
64 years old.
St. Valentine's Day.
Really? It has a birthday?
Yes, that's a birthday.
Oh,
That's a birthday.
so to people that don't understand, like, what do you mean the dough's been around since 19
Well, it's not the
for
dough.
60 years?
Well,
so what do
it's-
you mean?
It's not the dough.
Explain.
It's a starter. It's
Right.
like people use
Like yeast.
I don't use chemical yeast. I use like natural fermented yeast. So
Okay.
this first water and flour dough, without yeast, was fermented in the basement of my auntie bakery.
Yeah.
So and then from then we refresh. We feed them. It's like a baby.
Right.
You need to give him food every day so he can. He
Grow.
can stay alive.
I almost would think of it like a plant,
Yeah, it
right?
is, it is.
Something that continues to grow. And
Yeah, and that's what we do here.
I hear a lot of the ingredients, or as far as tomatoes and cheese, comes from Italy.
Yes, at Pizzana we try to marry South California with South Italy, and some of ingredient we import from Naples. The tomatoes are imported from Naples, the flowers, the fior di latte, which is a dry version of the mozzarella, and then all the produce I prefer to go to the farmers market.
Yeah.
I like the pizza to be more crispy, more crunchy, has some texture on
Yeah.
it. So that's why I lowered the temperature and I cooked it for more time, so 2.5 minutes, max 3 minutes. Because I want the pizza to be sturdy. So when you pick up a slice, to me, yeah,
That it doesn't flop.
that's what I don't like personally.
Right.
There's nothing wrong. I don't want to start a war.
No, it's
on
very
Neapolitan.
personal.
Your styles are really important. This is my style. This is what I like.
Yeah.
This is my family history. That's what, the pizza that I used to eat when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to give people to LA.
chef. By the
Yes.
way, this fried artichoke smells so good. What's the name of the dish
Well,
we're gonna make?
carciofi arrostiti basically means roasted artichokes.
Okay.
What we're gonna do, these are artichokes art.
Okay.
We cooked in a little bit of water and vinegar so they
Yeah.
stay together.
So it's amazing, you know, the artichoke's this big and peel it all down to
Yeah.
just get that.
This one is a beautiful olive oil from Colli Assisi Spoleto, which is in Italy. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. And then this one, go in the oven.
Just a couple of minutes and look at that.
Yeah.
Sizzling.
They're all charred. And just put it in a bowl, add some dressing. This is just olive oil and lemon.
Yeah.
Smooth it around with a spoon.
That smells so good.
Some pine nuts.
Toasted.
Toasted pine nuts. There you go. And then we prep the plate. So it's just Parmigiano Reggiano on the plate. You know why I put Parmigiano underneath? All the dressing is gonna be soaked in the Parmigiano. So when you bite the artichoke, it's gonna be a salty umami
Yes.
bite. That's what I like the most.
Smart.
Then you place all the artichokes. It's already soaking.
And this is so simple but so beautiful.
I hit jackpot with California produce because we have the best weather all year round over here, so most of the produce are available. And then take
Fried
some salt,
artichokes.
and that's what we do. We always do one for them, right?
Look at this.
One for me.
Yep. Like little chips.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
They
thank
taste
you.
like little chips. Then
I could eat a bowl of those.
it's true.
No problem.
There you go.
Yum. Are you gonna join
Yeah, of course.
me in a taste?
That's the reason I became a chef, because I love food. I try to get.
Should I do it in a whole mouthful? Do you think I can do it?
Well,
I don't know.
I'm trained.
Okay.
So. It's lemony, tart, sweet for the artichoke tart,
Yeah.
and the Parmigiano soak just makes it to me.
And then the artichokes have that earthiness. Yum. Chef, we're gonna make the famous pizza.
Yes, we're gonna make one of those. It's called corbarina.
Okay.
It has burrata, squash blossom from the farmer's market, gremolata. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
See how the dough is? You can touch it.
It's so soft and
yeah. Pillowy.
It's like I want to go to sleep on it.
Right?
Yes.
There you go. We're just gonna stretch, push all the air that we create in the crust. We just stretch
Look
it.
at that, like a pro.
There you go.
Daniele's showing off.
Done. Our beautiful tomato sauce. is
Now,
just-
why are San Marzanos the best tomato?
Because they're grown in on a volcan soil
Yeah.
in Naples. Spoonful over here.
It looks so fresh.
It is.
Oh.
Some sliced cherry tomatoes,
Oh.
and that's basically the base of the pizza. We're
Okay.
gonna put all the ingredient after.
Okay.
Done.
Look at that. In it goes.
In the oven. There you go. Done. Now we're gonna take it. We're gonna slice it.
I've never been more.
There you go. You hear the crunch?
I heard it.
Look. Ah, that's what I like on a pizza.
Music to your ears.
There you go.
I love
So burrata, right? We're just gonna
it. Look at the creaminess. Do you make your own? Do you get it from Italy?
we get it from Puglia.
That is gorgeous. Okay, now the squash blossom.
Squash blossom.
How pretty.
Yeah.
Now, these are just raw?
Just raw, but they're gonna be dressed with gremolata.
Okay, so in there you said you have olive oil,
Yeah, olive oil, oregano.
oregano.
Yeah. We're just gonna top it off. It's gonna cut through the richness of the burrata.
Yeah,
There you go. There you have it.
that is too pretty to eat. Should we take it to the table?
Let's go.
So light, melts
good.
in your mouth.
It's really good.
It is really good.
Yeah.
Chef Daniele, thank you so much.
Thank you. We have a lot of work to do over here.
We do. We may need those friends to sit next to us.
There you go.
Thank you again.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
I love Chef Daniele so much, and his passion for pizza is amazing. I also had the chance to try some of his other specialties. If you want to see that, go to our Instagram at KTLA California Cooking. Coming up, Eric Spillman is taking us to a British-themed restaurant serving up the most delicious fish and chips. Plus, does Levi like it? I'm trying to duplicate a chicken dish that he loves to eat out, but will he like my version? We'll find out But first, it tastes like apple pie, but it looks like a rose. I'm showing you how to make these mini rose apple pies. That's coming up next. It is apple season, and I also happen to love a pretty presentation, so I decided to make these mini rose apple pies, and they are so easy to make. Take a look. As you guys know, baking, not really my thing. So I found a way to do apple pies with very little prep, very few ingredients, and it's pretty much foolproof. And these are really cute, and it's apple season. When you go to the grocery store, I would go for the apples that have the red skin on them because it'll end up looking prettier. These are, my favorite are Honeycrisp. I love Honeycrisp apples because they're sweet and tart. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shave the apples and roll them in puff pastry where they create a little rosette, stick them in a muffin tin, bake them for 30, 40 minutes, and you've got little mini apple pies. But they're pretty. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, I don't know if you have one of these at home, you could also just thinly slice your apples, but this basically has a blade. You run the apple over it and then it shaves it into nice slices. So that's what I'm gonna use. It really helps to get the apples nice and thin because that's how you make the rosette. So this stabs the apples so you don't cut yourself. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm always nervous when I do things over a blade like that. Here we go, we have our apple slices. So easy, look at that, paper thin. What I'm gonna do now, I heated up a little bit of water on the back burner here, and you just wanna soften the apples just a little bit, because that way we're gonna roll them, and if they're not softened, they'll just break. A little bit of lemon, because lemon will keep the apples from browning, and I might just add a teeny bit of sugar. And honestly, if your apples are sweet, you could even skip this step because we're gonna put a little bit of apricot jam on the apples when we're done, so that'll give it some sweetness. But very little sugar in this recipe and still so delicious you don't miss it. So we'll let those hang out for just a minute and I'll clean up my apples. Forget making pastry dough or puff pastry for that matter, which no one recommends actually making puff pastry because it's way too difficult. So the freezer section at the grocery store will help us with that. This is puff pastry sheets. So this is what we're going to use as the base for our little rosettes. 2 sheets, we unfold it, and you want to thaw it either room temperature for a little while or in the refrigerator overnight, which is what I did. I put a little flour down on the counter here so it doesn't stick, and I just want to roll it out a little. We rolled that out. Now we've got our puff pastry cut into sheets, and I'll show you what we do. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna take your muffin tin and I'm gonna take a stick of butter and just circle it around there just to make sure these don't stick, but puff pastry have a good amount of butter, so I think we'll be fine. So I drain my apples. You wanna get the excess water off, and they're a little bit softer because we put that hot water on the apples, and now you'll be able to fold them up. So let me show you what we do. We layer our apples. You want to see the red sticking up. So cute. Okay, and then you fold up the pastry dough like that. And now, if all goes well, this is where it should start to look like a rose. You just twist, 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 twist. It's a rose! Okay, there we go, we did it. So here comes our muffin tin. And we just place that in there and we keep going. Okay, roses are done. I'm gonna put them in the oven, 350 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'll check on them at 30. Our little rose apple pies are out of the oven, and they're perfect. But what I'm gonna do before I remove them, I let them cool just a little bit, and I took apricot jam jelly, I warmed it up on the stove, and I'm gonna take a pastry brush and just do this. And this is why, you know when you see pastry at those bakeries and everything looks shiny? This is what they do. And these are so great to serve, whether it be a special occasion, what a nice thing to have at a little party, but I think it's just a great way to use apples. 4 ingredients, so easy. Honestly, I would have this for breakfast. How cute are these? I love it. I already started taste testing. What a yummy. Little afternoon treat. I hope you try them. I have to say, I was kind of proud of myself on that one. They look really cute, and how impressive if you bring those to a party. Coming up, Eric Spillman takes us to a British-themed fish and chips joint with a California twist. Then, does Levi like it? I'm making for him a chicken dish that he loves when we go to this one particular restaurant, but will he like my version? That's coming up. I've been lucky enough to have fish and chips in London, and boy, is it good. But you don't have to go all the way to the UK to get fish and chips. Eric Spillman is taking us to a spot in Hollywood serving up this British classic. Take a look.
Hey Jessica, Catch 56 in Hollywood reminds me of when I was a foreign student living in England. You need the fish and chips. You kind of want the traditional British style, but with the California update, this is the place. All right, so we're here with Eileen Kalajian, who is the owner of Catch 56. Tell me how you got this idea of opening up a place like this.
Well, you know, living in LA, we have a few fish and chips places, not as much as, you know, London does. Harry, who's the head chef here, actually couldn't find one that had a good quality fresh fish and serve it to the community without having to pay a high price tag on it.
So if you're in London, you know, the concept of fish and chips is, you know, it's extremely greasy. I mean, it's good, people love it, but it's not exactly healthy. That's not what you're doing here.
We absolutely will not, you know, lather things in oil, but, you know, it's important to keep both options of the healthy and, you know, the comfort.
But if you need to have the grease, you can have the fried cod, right? Just like they serve in London.
Absolutely, so that's absolutely what we are known for here. And then our Cajun chips is one of our most popular meals that we have.
And different kinds of fish, tell me how this works, how you choose how you want to prepare it.
So we have 5 different types of fish, and then they can pick how they want it, grilled, fried, or Hawaiian style, which is grilled with pineapples, onions, and bell peppers, and then a side item that comes along with it. So we have our chips, our Cajun chips, our salad, and our herb rice, which is nice. You can mix and match it, half and half it, so it's not limited. You can pick it how you want it.
The chef, Harry Kalajian. So this is the traditional fish and chip. I mean,
Yes, fried cod, but it does have a twist. Ours has seasoning.
And should I be using this sauce here?
That's mushy peas. That'll go with the fish, the fries. Then we got house-made tartar sauce. Make all the sauces here.
Can we get some vinegar on this stuff too?
You gotta drench it in malt
You gotta
vinegar.
put some vinegar on here. I'm gonna dig into this thing.
Enjoy. It is Norwegian cod flown in, and that is 6.5 ounces.
This is huge. Taste some of that.
The chips that you're having, they're cut in-house, grown in a local farm. I pick it up from the farmer, but we decided to dust it off with some Cajun seasoning.
This definitely has a bite to it. There's no question this has a bite to it. So this is like the California influence here.
Yes.
This is good for you.
We're in LA, so we can't fry everything for everybody. So I took fresh salmon. When wild season opens up, we do get it wild. I dress the salad up. We have pea shoots in there, we have radishes, cucumbers.
I'm gonna dig in on this one. This is outstanding. I mean,
Thank you.
It just melts in your mouth. It
Thank
really
you.
does. And I feel like I'm healthy.
There you go.
So this gives it a little bite.
The cucumber and the wasabi just came together really good.
It's kind of a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
You got everything going here. You got Britain, you got Japan, that's good. Catch 56 is located on Hollywood Boulevard east of Wilton. What I like about this place is you get a massive piece of fish, a great side order, and it only costs $11.99. Such a bargain.
Eric, you can't beat that, and I am a sucker for fried fish. Thanks so much. Well, on to Levi Likes It. He happens to love panini kebab grill. It is his favorite. So I tried to duplicate the chicken that they have there. We'll see if he likes it. Take a look.
Hi, Levi. Will you try the chicken?
No.
Get it right. Just one taste. Okay, how about one taste and you can have dessert?
No, after you take a picture of me, I'm gonna eat it.
I took all sorts of pictures, but he was in no mood to try my chicken. But I promise it's good. Not as good as Panini Kebab Grill, but good. For the recipe, follow us on Instagram at KTLA California Cooking. Well, that does it for us, but for more of my conversation with Chef Daniele from Pizzana and how he feels about floppy pizza and pineapple, check out my California Cooking podcast. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
There's a pizza party for two.
There you go.
And I'm just mildly embarrassed I ate all my dessert.
I told you that that's
The
what.
panna
That's
cotta.
dangerous.
And I also took a couple of bites of your chocolate cake. But we'll turn it this way and we won't know. Could you do this in your sleep?
Yeah, I can. Actually, sometimes my wife tells me, why your hands moves all the time? We have a lot of work to do over here.
We do. We may need those friends to sit next to us.
There you go.